Right, so I might as well explain what I'm thinking about. I do remember what we were saying last time, which was 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. We had a little bit of a break, and while I do remember that the rest of you said that you wouldn't mind continuing the campaign, thinking about it and thinking about our manpower situation, the fact that for understandable reasons I don't hold it against Derb, that he usually, maybe not most of the times, but he do real life do be interfering a lot on his side. Um, and the fact that now recently from time to time we are missing Donut. And because we are quite far into the campaign, at least on my end, I don't really see validity in getting a new character on level like 12, 13, whatever, and getting them into the team. Uh, so, however much I would wish otherwise, I basically decided that this will conclude the campaign. And the reason why I still wanted to have you here and kind of run this potentially like finale style slash epilogue session was to, instead of just giving a dry text message to like, hey, this is over now, to give you a chance to like what I mean to say. I will have a few questions to the characters, and through that, hopefully we'll be able to see their future life and potential influence on the world, or just what happens later. Because I do not know what the future will bring, but I am planning on basically exporting data of the characters, like keeping them on my hard drive. And in case any future Pathfinder 2E campaign happens, and if it makes sense in universe and for the world, and of course assuming they would be alive by this point in time, because, well, lifespans are a thing. Perhaps we will be able to bring them back. And well, this from the start I said that this campaign was a little bit more of a experiment and test to see how the system plays, and I'm still happy that we managed to get that far in terms of sessions and trying out the system, but yeah, after basically thinking things over those 2 or 3 weeks, I've decided that I don't really don't have as much enthusiasm, and I don't see as much the reason to keep on going. Yeah,
Makes sense.
Instead of dryly cutting things out in text, I just wanted to have a chance to properly conclude things in the session. I will still, by the way, just to make sure that this is like nothing personal, I'm still will be happy to play with all of you, any of you, in the future, if you want to, if the time zone schedule will allow. This campaign did taught me quite a few things. I already have like ideas how to adjust, for example, the Dark Waters campaign, the reverse horror game. I already got an idea that apart from like picking your backgrounds, like I will like prepare like story ideas for like your background for the character. Like, for example, you are like a disgraced noble that was betrayed by their family, left for dead, but the Dark Patron, the Deep Sea God responded, and yeah, now they come for revenge. Like basic stuff like that that can be like expanded and adjusted. But as for the future, I'm not really sure what I'm try to run afterwards and what's gonna be the schedule, because I'm not gonna lie, there are points in time when, like, looking at Saturday, I'm kind of getting like was getting really tired of the schedule I put on myself. Having 2 campaigns back to back and then doing all nighter for VR is like, I will see what.
I get it.
Yeah, sorry, what was that?
But I get it.
You
I've
set
done
the way
that
for
before.
you set the way for your laptop, didn't you?
Why is my headset not fucking?
I mean, I do hear you. It just I was gonna ask Sinful if you were if he was also hearing you like more robotic.
Yeah, usually when that happens, pretty much means they stepped away from the laptop. When you've been in the voice it off,
No.
it's like, yep. Oh wow, you actually weren't. Because usually when you did that, you were like out in your kitchen and all that.
Yeah, my headset's. I mean, I was in my kitchen, but it's a lot closer now. It's like 5 feet away.
Okay.
But now it should be working fine.
It was for a moment. Now it's
Yeah,
all
now
good.
it's back. Yeah.
That's because I went and sat down on my couch, but now I'm already back in my kitchen. And is it bad again?
No, it's.
No, you're fine now.
Alright,
I'm just
whatever.
I'm wondering because of being in the apartment now, you probably had like someone else on the same radio frequency with something.
Maybe, who knows? My shit's broken anyway, so could be anything.
For real.
Anyways.
Okay. It's where I ended up. Oh yeah. Yeah, we'll see about the schedule. Like, if it turns out that this is quite literally the only fucking time that people can play, I guess I'll fucking grit my teeth. But I'll probably be looking for a different day, maybe during the week, like Wednesday or fucking hell, like Friday night. Like, even if I started at midnight my time, I would be like, it would be acceptable. But we'll see. We'll see what the future will. What the future will bring. For now, for this, we might not be running like full proper encounters because there's like 2 of you. I did have some stuff prepared, so it will be more like more fluff, more rule of cool instead of like full proper mechanics. It will be like a mishmash. But essentially, when you dealt with that place of power, you picked up your rewards, and the party in the following days, like let's say, considering the distance of walking almost 50 miles, 2 days later, arriving at the outskirts of what looks to be abandoned town. But it's quite clear to you that even without no roll is needed, but you see that this place is alien in terms of that it wasn't inhabited by giants or trolls like big people. It was inhabited by like regular medium species, ancestries, but the architecture, the coloration looks completely fucking alien. Like, ancient, and it reminds you that if you remember that one ghost you met deep underground, um, someone like from deep in the past, like beyond the recorded history. Uh, this gives you a similar vibe, and you can, just to see like if your characters pick up the dots, you can make investigating would still fall under perception, I believe.
Alright. Let's see. How much do I not see?
Investigating the area. Yeah, because there's no investigation, but yeah, I think only perception works. Or just flat base intelligence check, but I don't think that's needed. Okay, 34 and 30. Okay, your characters definitely pick up the dots that the reason why this place is so well preserved. I mean, it's still obviously ruined. Like you see, some roofs are collapsed, some walls are barely standing, but considering the apparent age, it is quite clear that in the past this place had to be buried beneath, like, or rather surrounded, coated by snow and ice, and due to the recent events in the last decades, the changes in the world must have finally uncovered this ruined town. Even from a distance, before you get into the town proper, you do see, like, quite next to it is a farm. Sad looking, desolate building. And yet, yeah, with your perception checks, you do realize it's haunted. As in, there is a lingering undead spectral presence around it. AKA, mechanically, it's not a like enemy, like undead token, but it's a trap hazard. When you like squint and focus, you do see that this spectral mass resembles a flock of a band of farmers tending to the farm. Obviously, the land is barren and frozen, and they hold no physical objects in hands, but judging from the body language, they definitely look like someone that, you know, goes through the motions of plowing, seeding the land, just doing regular farmer's work. And accompanying it, there is this eerie chant that you can hear from afar. But with those checks, like, you are far enough that thankfully it doesn't pose any danger to you, but you definitely hear it.
Question is, get closer or avoid?
And because it
The
is
obvious answer is get closer.
an
Alright.
undead-based hazard, trying to figure out anything more about it would fall under religion, I'm pretty sure.
There's also occultism, but I think it's still religion.
I mean, sure, yeah, occultism can work
Yeah,
as well.
give me a second.
It's the same either way for me.
Yeah, I got higher religions. Give me a second. Da-da-da-da-da.
No.
I mean, I think the 17 should count.
Oh yeah, I was also gonna say that, because yeah, we are gonna be concluding with stuff. You start the final session with 3 hero points.
Alright, now we'll get this.
Okay, because this is not a high level hazard, you are able to figure out that in case if you got really close, yeah, that chant would have the potential of, like, injuring you.
Let's not get that close.
Do we, just out of curiosity, do we know what language the chant is?
It's when you try to pick up specific words, it's. I believe there is an undead language in this system. Necril language of
Yes.
the. Yeah. So it would be Necril, but it's not even specific words. If you know what I mean by that.
Yeah, I get it.
It's like, you hear someone speaking English, but he's speaking so much gibberish, it's literally like you have no fucking clue what they are saying. It's just like random garbage.
It's other words. Don't use translate. It'd be pointless.
So what he's saying is the DM doesn't have anything prepared, don't ask.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing plot relevant to this band of farmers.
I was make sure they weren't singing "Whalers on the Moon."
The what now?
Whalers, the farmers. It's a Futurama joke.
No, okay, never watched it, so I reference lost. Okay, and you are also able to figure out like curious here. I'm just gonna see because and of course yeah, brainstorming about it, like you are able to figure out if you wish to attempt it, that dealing with that Horus, because it's a ghostly choir, yeah, I think that's what it.
Choir.
Yeah, it's either you can use performance to disrupt the song's resonance with another tune, or it can be like through religion you can try to ritually silence the spirits and allow them to finally pass through. But I do wonder if any one of you has performance. Because honestly, this is such a skill that comes up so little, even in like official mechanics use. That
It's like technically I have the improv thing, but I'd still fail at it. Holy crap!
so I kind of like to imagine, unless you have a better idea, that this performance is fucking something from Lucha Libre, luchadors like repertoire.
Yeah, basically.
Next thing you know, a ring suddenly appears out of nowhere as you perform a match.
Well, normally it'd be for stuff like that, but since it's vocal in particular, he just like starts belting out like heel phrases, just like just completely insulting the ghosts.
So it's like 100% shit talking mode.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Amazing. Yeah, and it was like one off from a crit.
That is comical.
See 28. But actually, wait, hold on. Like, if we treat Behemoth's role as assistance, then
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna assist.
Oh yeah, then it's +1. Then it's like 38. That's a crit.
Using like magic to have like special effects, everything going all for him.
Yeah. So yeah, after this massive amount of shit talking, yeah, the spirits in shame and their like eerie chant disrupted. They cannot comprehend. They cannot withstand the T-posing, T-bugging, and jokes about your mother. Yeah, they dissipate, and you no longer feel any lingering presence of spirits at that particular farm. You are pretty damn sure, which, yeah, Anders as resident champion / paladin would be able to feel that, yeah, those spirits are donezo. They are gone. And as the farm was very much like almost right next to it, it takes you only a little bit to place. Oh, also, yeah, after the fight at the place of power, like this is literally quite 2 days later, so you were able to take a long rest during the travel between the previous fight and this scene.
Let's do that real quick.
Yeah, you can.
I'm just assuming that we would have gotten healed up too.
Yeah, like
Whatever.
Anders. Yeah,
Yeah, between Anders and my character, everyone would have been healed.
I'm gonna put the token on, but it's like obviously like in the background kind of thing for the other two characters. Hey, why I cannot? Okay, that was goddamn. He no longer would be. Yeah, others would probably say something along the lines on "be on your guard," because you do see, well, at the first glance, this town seemed abandoned, and it definitely looks the part. Picking at the alleyways and at the edges of your vision, you catch movement, and soon enough, after several moments, you do see plenty of spectral visages moving to and from, um, ghostly figures, humanoids working in town, unaware of your presence, or rather not reacting to your presence, just seemingly going through the motions of their day-to-day life. Alright, and now I looked at the token, I just remembered the fucking unlimited duration of Witch Flame.
Yep. Let's see. The best move seems to be to just kind of move into the middle of town and see what happens. I could take anything that this town can throw at me. That
Yeah,
and this
well,
all seems interesting because it's got that little aura around it.
yes, as we are getting closer, the cold. Obviously, you are immune to cold, but even your own bodies and souls can feel this primordial chill, almost to the point of like not being cold, but almost the void. And you do start hearing words that at first it sounds like they're coming from the well, but no, they echo through the ruined ruined walls. And also, yeah, this is, as I said, no, this is the map when I use the like wall height module. So for example, as a test, if Behemoth went like 20, like somewhat higher, like 20-25 feet, you would see like difference in like vision. Simple, just as a side note.
Alright.
And those whispers are in fact in, although would your characters know it, like are in fact in Necril.
Well, If that's the case.
And they do not sound like, just but instead like singular words, but like actual words.
Well, if we're here, I'm gonna use my staff. I can actually remember how to do this. I'll just make my life easier. It's like trying to add it onto one thing. That's what I was looking for.
In the meantime, Corbuson, if you want, you can roll another perception. Okay, we got 21. You do get an idea, although you do not catch clue what it is exactly. But you are getting an idea that obviously this town to be here, it definitely had some. It had to have some sort of specialization or access to something specific that. Sure, it's also possible that way in the past, in the ancient ages, and before the known history, that this land was completely different and it was more reasonable for this town to exist here. But now you are getting a sense that they had to have something special here. But Salio at 21 was getting this idea, like the barest visual cues, but nothing that will allow you to get like a more solid idea. And with a translate, you do, yes, Behemoth, you do hear and understand the words that whisper and echo through this abandoned, desolate, and still infested town. Fire, great fire, ashes, punishment.
Well,
Theft,
that's
punishment. Sorry, what was that?
As I get the feeling that I sense the bad's near.
I mean,
Endless,
fire is indeed a punishment.
endless toil. Hubris. Divine. Punishment.
A matter of finding where these people are saying this from, so.
I mean, this is
Alright.
like spectral echo going from town. Now that we are near this well, this apparent center of this spectral lingering presence,
And
you can hear it.
alright, and I am going to do this so everyone can see what's going on. and I'm gonna fly up then to get a better lay of the land, or the town, I should say.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
We'll go up to
Okay.
30.
So like the spirits themselves are not like invisible. So the tokens I'm gonna show, it's like in case they get aggroed and in case combat happens, they would like start there as basically the lingering spirits coalesce into a singular mob, and by singular I mean like several mobs would have formed.
So they are legion.
But again, like that, I'm only showing them when they would start if combat happened. But right now, like singular spirits, like imagine them being like spread around the area, just locked into their daily struggle, like daily life.
So are we thinking the wall's the problem here?
That's what I was thinking. That's why I went up high. That way, if you got closer, then if something bad should happen, I had
Do
the
I
high
see
ground.
anything in the area that I could use to cover or fill the well? Or should I just start like dumping debris into it?
Mhm.
Well, you can always this might cause a reaction, but honestly, interacting with the wall might probably will cause a reaction either way. But while some of the buildings are preserved, they don't look sturdy at all, and with your size and prodigious strength, you are pretty sure that you would be able to, maybe not super easily, but like rip apart some of the houses, pieces of walls, and whatnot.
Yeah, let's do that and just start chucking things into the well.
You can also occultism roll. I mean,
I suppose.
occultism or religion, whatever is better for you.
All right.
They're the same.
Okay, for Gorgerson, it's like, yeah, let's fill the hole. That should work. For Behemoth, you do get an idea that physical interaction, while it might help a little, it's probably not the like main thing.
So in a sense, we might have to purify it.
Yeah, perhaps like additional like magical solution would be for the best. And also a question, like, does any one of you like wait a little bit longer to like see, like just observe how the spirits behave, or do you like act pretty quickly?
Don't seem terribly important.
Yeah, me, I'd probably be watching them, just like like the whatever that ethereal like mist the ghosties are doing. Well, I figure Gorgason's probably thinking of how to punch or kick a ghost.
I got hand wraps. I can punch ghosts. I might do half damage to him, but I can still punch him.
I need to see the suplex a ghost train.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Anders probably at some point would say that, bound to cause a reaction, I will position try to get attention on these mobs if need be. Also, like in terms of purification, no, it would probably be him. But for example, Behemoth, are you thinking about something that you might have?
Uh,
No, fuck. For in
uh,
for in terms of spells, he also doesn't really have something that really works as a purification.
yeah, see here, because what my original thought was, can I use wall of stone just to clog up the well? That was my original thought.
Like with that result, you would know it's probably like obviously something with like holy traits would work the best.
Hmm.
Uh,
I could throw Anders down the well.
not like that.
Hmm.
Okay, but yes, when like Thorson start like tearing pieces of the walls and the debris into the well, there's a change in the air as the lingering spirits, they as once like snap their heads towards you, um, screech in pain, but screech in pain like victims of a fire. Like suddenly those ghosts like at once were like reminded of what killed them. Uh, like they flail their hands around, screaming in pain, and they like start coalescing into mobs. Uh, and with that, with a vice, Behemoth, you do see that the um, more fiery blobs of ectoplasm spring up and coalesce into different figures. And basically putting it like Anders is basically considering how much AC he has, and the fact that mobs as like troops and whatnot, the way they work is that you need to make like reflex saves against the damage. But considering the the DC, what Anders has, actually his reflex is not as good, but he has healing, so yeah, it's pretty fair to assume that he can pretty much tank the shit out of them. No, do this. However, you do see, which I'm gonna guess, you see us hanging above, wearing mages like clothing, but having additional heraldry indicating they would be like a priest, almost like an inquisitor type of particular of a god, like no specific god, but just deity. And they like screech, the judgment was delivered, the punishment shall endure, punishment shall endure. There will be no interference.
Hmm. I think I'm interfering.
Yeah, just a little. Considering, you kind of pissed them off tossing stuff down the well.
I'll toss them down the well.
Okay, feel free to roll the initiative.
A part of me wants to try something to see if we can actually get that to fall off. Alright.
ties favor the player, I think. Or they... Sorry, now I'm also running like a test campaign for The Witcher, so now I'm having like third system where like in that system ties always favor the defender.
Usually it's whoever has the higher bonus.
Mm-hmm.
Oh right, like here it's like for initiative bonus. So I think Coruscant... It's based off Dex, right?
Yeah, or wisdom it looks like, because it's a perception.
Oh yeah. Gee. I'm
I
gonna
don't
look
know
at...
if it's wisdom bonus, then mine's 0.
Okay,
If
no, so it's like higher. You have like higher bonus total to initiative. So yeah, you would be first.
And I marked the one on the left, the small one, to do the intimidate on for the demoralize and the mental damage.
Yeah, I'm just gonna putting the other tokens like to the side. Like basically, you can imagine like in the background, Anders is doing the one-man tanking job for the entire raid of like weaving and holding down the mobs that zoned in on the like biggest, most glowing target.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I mean you can. Sorry, have you made already roll for the moralize?
I did.
Okay, yeah. Now sometimes the chat doesn't scroll down automatically when new roll happens.
It's one like he puts like web of eyes or something that fills more than the chat window because it starts at the top.
Oh yeah, as they are the ghosts, yeah, they have resistance 5 to all types of damage. But he do be frightened.
I scared a ghost.
Nice.
Okay, and as it happens, yeah, well, I need to start proper. And yeah, they might not be like literally red in terms of color, but yeah, I was not far off from saying they are like fiery ghost mages. You definitely see like bits of their ectoplasm are like charcoalish almost.
Where they
Darkened, like indicating, yeah, they probably have access to quite a few fire spells. Anyways, Korgoson, you begin first. However, yeah, they are not on the ground. They started, as it indicates, 30 feet above the ground.
There's no way for you to get to. I could try to do something on my turn to help you, but
I have an idea. What would you say? How much acrobatics would it need to get on top of the roof here?
Honestly, make an action, make a roll, and I will give the result. Okay.
It's not letting me go onto the wall, but...
Okay. I mean, if you can... Yeah, because the wall height, like, it's 20. So I think if you put yourself, like, plus 20, you should be able to then go up. Or, like, 21. Okay, now it works.
21.
Okay, so with a 21, it is enough to get up. I'm even gonna say it only costs you like one action, as long as like I think it's still within your regular one action move.
It is.
However, you need to take care because you are quite heavy. You need to take care to avoid like putting your foot through the rooftop, and because you have partially have to focus on the balancing act. I will give you condition that would work. Not slowed.
Clumsy.
Yeah, clumsy actually would work. Yeah.
Stumbling stance as an action.
Okay.
Then I'm going to go to flurry the guy, and I'll start with the feint.
Okay. He do be off guard.
Specifically, it makes him off guard to both of the attacks as well.
That's a crit.
Nice.
That would be a miss.
And here is the crit damage. That is a lot of dice.
Yeah. Although I remember Donut was testing out the macro for his sword, and now that's a lot of dice.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure.
Right, I also need to make the checks for the guy. Of course, he crits against being a death band, which probably does nothing for him. And he probably gonna fail the... Of course, he truly fails against fucking Slowed. Although
I
there's...
love how 2d10 persistent fire damage that ignores fire resistance.
Wait, what?
That's what it says. On a critical hit, you deal an
Oh,
additional
wow.
Yeah,
2d10
and
persistent fire damage.
thankfully, now that I
Yeah.
check it, thankfully it does include in automation, like it does show that, hey, resistance to fire ignored, so yeah, it goes through.
Glorious.
So I was like worried about that fact, but yeah, they also managed to put it in. Yeah, that Slowed fucking sucks.
That's turn.
Okay, so it's the one that's it's gonna screech, going acceptable. The punishment will not be broken. The credit. Declared it. I meant to say. And honestly, they're gonna be dying soon enough, so we're gonna start blasting with their highest ranking stuff. Obviously not, they have no way of knowing if you have attacks of opportunity or not, they just gonna attack in panic. Blasting this. I just need to put it. Of course. You gotta love the fucking...
Evasion.
Yeah, evasion. Yeah, and I need to... Blank. It was heightened. But it doesn't stay, so it doesn't make the area difficult terrain. I'm gonna say it's like, it's not as powerful as a fireball, so it doesn't damage the rooftop further, so... And because that fucking thing costs 2 actions, and he's slowed, then yeah, he'd be shit out of luck. Though I need to remember the slowed is for until the end of your next turn, okay.
My next turn or his next turn?
Until the end of your next... I think that was how to describe it, until the end of your next turn.
Okay.
Like, yeah. you're a Skorgosons.
Yes,
That's why-
that's what it'd be.
Understand it. Okay. Alright, also the...
It should take 9 damage.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so on one hand it does include it, but then on the other it doesn't, so I don't know. I need to do it manually.
Alright.
Oh, but it recovered immediately.
So. Okay, still took the damage.
I'm going to use this to extend the range of my spell. Because I am going to use this on both of them.
Okay. They both succeed.
Damn, that's my turn because I was trying to get them both closer to you, so you didn't have to move all around.
Yep.
It's alright, I'm sure it'll be soon enough.
Yeah, sadly, you know, the ghosts have will as their highest save.
I have
I
a
was surprised it
feeling,
didn't even
but
affect them as undead.
They don't have... I mean, they are not immune to mental stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, because that's your 3 actions. The other one, the one that's frightened. You there? The only fear that we can feel is the fear of the mighty gods. The punishment will not be taken away. The town will not be freed. The lesson must be learned for going against our overlords. And then this one will...
Krogus just goes, I don't know what you just said, but it makes me want to punch you in the face.
It wants to do puzzle. No. Okay. You lizard! Fuck you! And then it's gonna cast spell on Behemoth. So first, like, click on the reflex save thingy in the chat.
Yep.
Okay, you succeed, and the creature is unaffected. All right.
yeah, I was double checking to make sure I didn't have that reaction. Cause I could sworn I'm thinking probably later level. I get something.
Just to say that. Patrick is also busy with like another mob. His pet. Curses! Why is it not working? And it will. There's like a single action spell. No. God damn it. No. Okay. And we are back to Korgoson.
Let's see. Alright, make sure he's still targeted. I will start with a flurry, because that seems like a good idea. So it's off guard to my first 2 attacks.
Come on, crit.
Yeah, that's a crit.
Well,
And we are back on persistent fire.
that and slowed again.
Potentially.
Potentially, yeah. This time I'm gonna roll for slowed first. Almost. Okay, now it's also deafened.
Not sure that'll actually do anything, but
Yeah,
here's my second flurry attack.
that's a miss.
It's almost 17.
Unless you want to use a hero point.
Yeah, I will. Let's see what happens.
You will see it is pretty fucked up.
4!
One better.
And it was almost an 18. Well, then as my second action, I'll go to punch him.
Okay,
There's your 18.
not a crit, but still gets it.
And then my third action.
It's getting there. You see that the force, the ectoplasmic force that is keeping this fiery mage together is weakening with each strike, hammering his essence.
Should they be taking more damage because of the greater flaming?
From this, the resistance to fire is ignored, so it's already counted. I need to manually add when they roll for
Okay.
persistent fire. Like you should be able to see it, like if you hover over the information button in chat that the ghost may take 23 damage, it says that resistance to fire ignored.
We don't see that.
You
but-
don't? Okay.
Yeah,
What
we
do
just
you-
see it takes 23 damage.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. My apologies then. But it does say that resistance to fire is ignored. Like the persistent fire I need to like do manually.
Hmm.
Alright, that's turn.
Okay, it's still slow.
Poor guy.
So
He's deafened this time.
it's gonna this this time it speaks in Jotun and the voice changes as it gets deeper and it just states war against us, you will lose. And then it's gonna do kamikaze. And by kamikaze I mean it's gonna cast fireball with itself in blast radius.
Well,
I'm
I
gonna
was
reroll that.
I was gonna say you might wanna.
God damn.
What's the DC on this?
So close. 29.
Okay. 75% chance of just passing.
Yeah, I'm rolling as Korgoson somehow, despite the
His foot goes through the ceiling at an opportune moment.
yes.
Just-
However, because he casted an illusion on himself, the immense force of the blast starts causing this part of the rooftop
Catch fire.
to collapse.
Can I do an acrobatics to not fall with it?
I mean, yeah, you fall without a problem. I'm just gonna treat that 29 save as a part of it.
Okay.
So yeah, that mage is fucking Danzo. I'm not even gonna bother rolling for him.
How much HP did he have left?
Before that, I think 6.
So close.
So I think even if that fireball didn't happen, yeah, the persistent fire would have finished him off.
Glorious. Absolutely glorious.
So yeah, yeah, the other one that's remaining will screech, "Impossible!" Like seeing Corgerson literally not having a speck of dust or fire or like any sort of injury. But yeah, you also fall down 21 feet to the ground. But with no issue, you basically do the superhero pose landing.
Superhero landing.
Actually, I should just delete the wall here because, yeah. Fucking collapsed. Okay. Yeah, like. Okay. Yeah, Beowulf.
Alright.
Scarcity. Oh,
No, he's just smoldering on the ground now. Yeah, almost lost more for that, so I'm going to use reach again and then cast this with the remaining one. If he can't see, he can't hit us.
success until its next turn begins, which is gonna be in a moment.
That's too bad.
Yeah, I was hoping that their fortitude would have been lower.
I mean, it's not high, but I actually hold on. Yeah, fortitude is their lowest save.
Oh wow, so they rolled real high then.
That and it's incapacitation, which is the thing where they get like a bonus if it's slow enough.
Yeah, but yeah, you do that, and you still have like
Gotcha.
one action, which that blindness, yeah, we're gonna go away after its turn.
That was all three because I used reach.
Yeah,
Good
reach,
set.
okay.
I actually remember I have that ability.
Would frighten go away by this point in time?
Yeah, it would have. It was only frightened one.
Okay. Okay, gonna... Okay, 30 here, 30 here. Fuck. Won't be able to get both. Aim off.
That's why I was using the reach to keep it some distance.
Is there anything? Okay, so it will spend a move action to move like here-ish, and then we'll say also in Jotun, but in this like deeper warped voice. Death awaits you, and it's gonna cast this on Corgoson.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Fancy.
Corgoson, you can make it. Click on the will save thingy. That's a second not one for a saving throw. Okay. So it's not like critical failure at the very least. That said, it's
Okay,
just a
so
failure, so I'm gonna put frightened 2 on you and roll the damage, which you're gonna be taking full damage.
Hello.
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 How are you people?
Okay.
Yeah, we're fighting ghosts of fire mages.
Cool.
Yep. And yeah, sorry I'm doing this now, like in the middle of combat, but yeah, when you like as you're loading, I imagine you're loading in, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I basically explained at the start that I did think during those past 2 weeks, and I've decided that like this session will conclude this campaign. I'm basically giving like hopefully we will go through what stuff I thought of, and then we can do some like proper epilogue.
Okay.
Okay, and that was its all 3 actions. And as it happens, Carlson, we are back to you.
Alright, and it's still 30 feet up.
Yep.
Could I move and try to jump and hit it with a flurry? Since flurry is 1 action.
Sure, you give me I believe athletics would work. Athletics and acrobatics. Okay, well, 30.
Acrobatics would be 1 higher.
Okay, so with that result, you are able to get up.
I don't have it be a second action, of course, but
Yeah, get up enough so that you can get an attack, like single attack
Just one?
action. Like it can be like it can be a flurry, but yeah, you get like 1 attack action and then you like fall down, like gravity calls back to you.
yeah, it'll be a flurry then.
Okay.